joining me on another episode of Cultivate. I am glad that you're here, tuning in for another conversation. Today, we are back with some fun in our lives. We are having lots of deep conversations, but we always need Amanda Brooke Montes in the house.
Hello.
Just lighten the
mood. That's fine.
Yeah. And so thank you for joining me.
We can potentially go back down another deep, sad rabbit hole. You never really know what's going to happen when you and I are together.
So for you watching, most of the episodes that I do, of course, we think about them. We have the topic. We do a little research. We're prepared for it. These episodes with Brooke are just
off the cuff.
Yeah. It's just like whatever happens. Let's just talk about life, because I feel like we need that. I feel like
I agree.
Women are probably seeing what we're seeing, thinking what we're thinking.
Correct.
And so it's more chill.
And this is a chill episode. Go wash some dishes, fold some laundry, get ready. We're with you as you get ready.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say right now. I don't remember.
How are you?
Okay, so you were with me season 1, a few episodes.
Yes.
So this is the first time that you are here on season 2. Not the last.
Happy to be back.
Yay. So
on the new set.
On the new set. How have you been?
I've been
How's
great.
Life?
Life is great. Kids are starting a new school soon. We're in summer right now.
Are they going to summer school?
They are going to summer school. And I'm excited about that. It's going to be like different themes every week at their school. So the kids are going to be together for the very first time. Right now they go to separate schools, so they'll be together. So I'm excited.
Aw, that's nice.
What's up with you? How are you?
I'm doing good. I am right now. By the time people watch this, it would have already passed. But I'm in the middle of flourish planning, which is fun. And so that's exciting. And yeah, just life. Life is lifing. But it's good in a good way.
That's how I feel. Life is really lifing, but it's good. Yeah.
And I feel like it's not... There are seasons of life that are like, they feel like everything's great. And then there's times where there's always something, know, like it's stressful. Life isn't perfect, but it's great at the same time.
I feel like right now, the parts of life that are in fact lifing are kind of like playing in the background. Like everything is wonderful, but then you have these things that are kind of just like lingering in the background. So, yeah, just a lot of opportunity right now to like rely on friends, a lot of opportunity right now to like lean in closer to the relationships that like matter most and really find a anchor in that. But it's been doing just that, being that anchor. And I feel okay. I'm not drowning by any means. I'm not like in a season of where I feel like the hardship is taking over me. It's just kind of like I'm riding this wave, and sometimes the waves are crashing and sometimes the ocean's kind of still, and I'm good here.
Yeah. But I feel like that's a good approach to life. Yeah. Because I feel like sometimes the way you described it, I think it's perfect. Sometimes it feels like the wave is this giant, massive wave and it's just crashing down. But you have to learn to ride the wave. Yeah. And just make it the best, because it's going to be there regardless.
100%.
So because part of what we do here is just random thoughts come to mind and we have to say them. I have to say, when we said about, life is just calm, chill, I'm taking ashwagandha and it's great.
Is it?
Does this matter? I don't know. It's amazing.
I have genuinely only ever heard good things. What made you want to start?
TikTok.
Oh
no. I started watching.
I say oh no because then I think of the snail mucin, and that's how you got into that. So
I read the benefits. I'm like, it's really good for you. It's really like, it has really great, like, not healing properties, but health benefits.
Yeah.
And I could be impulsive, and I bought the gummies.
Okay.
And
what have you noticed like difference?
I am so calm. I sleep better.
Okay.
It doesn't make you sleepy. It's not like something you take for sleep, but I feel like the quality of your sleep is so much better.
I want to do that with magnesium because I keep hearing that like magnesium is like something that we are usually deficient in, and it does help with your sleep. So your ashwagandha is my magnesium. I know I need to do that. I think I just need to be better with supplements in general because like postpartum this time around really kicked my butt. And I just feel like my brain has not been
I think
the same.
ashwagandha helps with that.
Okay.
I think so.
Then I need to look into it then.
So you sleep better and it helps your cortisol levels.
Okay.
So you are calm. Like you're not, like you're more relaxed.
Okay.
Like, you know, even if it's something crazy like stress levels, you're just kind of more chill. So I think that's been good. And I've been telling everyone, I'm like, you should try this. You should try this. And I'm really bad with supplements too. I literally right now have a little case thing.
Yeah. Because they sell really cute ones on Amazon.
Because I thought that by doing that, I'm actually going to take my vitamins.
Yes.
Who am I lying to? They're there. I should. But I do take my little ashwagandha.
But I really like your effort because you don't do these things. No. Period. I don't ever hear you talk about doing these things. So that actually makes me really happy because I'm the same way with vitamin D. My vitamin D levels, I've always been deficient. Like every time I go to the doctor, those levels are the lowest. I have it sitting on my desk to the point that I put an alarm. So then I was getting good. So I was like, all right, I'll turn the alarm off. I need to turn that alarm back on because I got too confident. And so I feel you and I see you.
Yeah. So we're trying.
That's
At least we're trying.
Yeah.
And, you know, getting better. Anyways, why did I get here? I don't know. But yeah, ashwagandha has been great.
And what's been on your feed these days? Last time we met, we talked about our TikTok feed and like what we were seeing.
Yeah.
What have you been watching these days?
I have been watching, I am on Colombian Talk. So I am watching clips of Colombian shows, reality TV. It's like Alex
like Jersey Shore for Colombia? Like what kind of?
Something like, it's like what's it called? Is it Big Brother where they're in a house?
Oh, yes. I think I've seen that.
Yeah, Alex literally looks over at me and he just laughs. I'm like, this is like my novela. I don't watch the show, but I watch the clips and I just laugh.
But they don't play that here?
I don't think so. And I'm not that committed. I'm okay with clips. I just don't have time. It happens like in the middle of the night.
Oh my gosh. There was something like that, like a Big Brother, but I don't know what country it was from. And my grandpa was watching it and he was watching it with the most anger. He was like, this is so stupid, but he was watching it.
Because they have it here. They have one that my mom sometimes watches.
It has to be the same one. It's like the
Mexico one, but it's in America.
Yes. Okay. That has to be it.
Yeah, I don't watch that.
Okay. I tell you, he was watching it with disgust, but he was watching it.
Which
is what happens to me with me in reality shows. It's the worst train wreck that you can't look away from, but am I still going to watch next week? Yes, I am.
Absolutely.
Yes, I am.
Absolutely. That's me right now.
Okay.
So I don't watch the whole thing. I watch like clips so I kind of figure out what happened the night before, but I need to know. And sometimes it's just like, what a waste of my time, but I have to watch it.
Wait, do you know what's mine like that?
What?
Love is Blind, but not America. Love is Blind
Habibi.
From other countries. I haven't seen. I think the Habibi one is the only one I haven't seen. They have Argentina, and Argentina is a novela. Argentina is not even real. You cannot convince me that any one of those people love each other for real. That was all scripted. It has to be. There's no way. There's no way. I need you to watch at least one episode.
Gosh. I feel like what happens to me with that show, I get like secondhand embarrassment and I can't handle it.
But
I can't. Like I feel like I can't watch it.
I understand because my secondhand embarrassment too eats me alive. But it's so bad that it's good. No, you can't stop. It's so good. Argentina's horrible and Mexico always gives good ones. It's basically every other country but the US. Because the US, hot mess. It's a hot mess that you can absolutely turn your TV off. You feel your IQ lowering as you continue to watch it. But the other countries, amazing.
I have to watch one and see. I have to watch the Argentina one. So that I mentioned in another episode, this man that I think he puts like cameras in like his glasses because he's not holding a phone to people. Like it's just, and people talk to him, it doesn't seem like he's got anything visible. And in Colombia, in this town, he goes to street vendors, mostly like either elderly people who are very poor, and they're selling like little pieces of candy that will take them, I don't know how long to sell whatever they have for nothing.
Yeah.
Or yeah, just people that feel like they really need it, and they're like street vendors. And he goes up to them and he tells them, hey, you know, how much is this or whatever.
I know what you're gonna say.
There's a bunch of these now, but he's like the OG. Like there's no one like him. And so let's say the old lady goes, oh, it's $1. And he goes, okay, can you give me 60? And of course, people are not expecting that you're gonna buy. You know, he does this with like hot dogs, with arepas, with breakfast, with juices, with whatever. And people just look at him like in disbelief, and they either start crying right away or they don't believe it. And they're like, wait, no, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay. So then let's say he takes out his phone and on the calculator, and he goes, okay, so 60 times how much? $1. Okay, so instead of saying $60, he goes, okay, so $300. And they're like, no, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, let's say it is $300. Come on. And then he starts talking to them. It's like people that literally like 80 years old. And they're like, I sell this so that I can pay for my room every night because I have nowhere to go and I have no family, or my kids don't care about me. Or you have the single mom or the mom and the dad that just, you know, hey, I have this debt that I can't pay and my kid needs this. Or and it's always I literally Alex laughs at me because I cry every day. No. Every night I cry. I go, all I do is cry for people. And he just looks at me like, but I can't stop watching because it's so sweet. And so there's people that he's gone back to because people like tell him, hey, I want to help this person, or young people going to providing for their families or going to college, trying to, you know, have a better life. And he goes back and he gives them like $1,000. I mean, like, you know, the exchange, but and I just love that. I sent him money.
Huh?
I sent him money.
How much money did you send him?
It's like $70.
Diana.
I did. I don't need you to tell me I got bamboozled into something because I listened. I was just like, my money.
Well, first of all, I love your heart for that. And second of all, there are people who don't like these people. Like if you look at the comments, there are people who go like, well, if you're doing a good deed, why do you need to record it? And I just wanted to be known, I'm not one of those people.
Well,
I fully consume this content and I'm just like, I see your heart. I see what you're doing. Please keep doing it. Because I'm sorry, the internet is already with garbage, okay?
Yeah.
If I want to see this man in Colombia bless a street vendor, let me consume this content.
I will say what made me feel comfortable is that he doesn't do that. He doesn't make people feel like, I do dislike when people just hold their phone to someone's face and they're like, hi, I don't like that.
But you can tell, like there are certain people you can tell like that they're like this guy you're talking about.
That is genuine.
100%.
Yeah. And that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And this guy never shows his face. People write to him because they want to, like, he's becoming a big deal.
Yeah. And
because of him, a lot of other people are starting to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And so you have the critics or whatever, and people are like, who cares? Like,
I've seen people in America do that too. Yeah.
And so to me, the fact that he doesn't take that recognition and he's been interviewed and his face has been like blurred out. He's got no interest in people knowing who he is, praising him. And because there's so many people helping him, now he's able to help so much more people and like make a big deal. And I love that. And yeah.
Your $70 is going to go somewhere special.
I know. So I literally cry every day.
Well,
every day.
You don't want to see what has come up for me because there's a trend on TikTok that it's like, I forgot, it's like a sad song. And then the caption that has to go with every video is, I soulmated so hard. And it's usually like about your pet. So it's like this one girl, her dog died, of course. And it's like, I soulmated so hard that I asked him for a sign and he sent me one. And the first picture is like this little chihuahua sitting in the hallway. And then when you flip to the next picture, it's the same spot in the hallway and there's like a little rainbow. Like somewhere
so like a pet ghost?
The sun made like a rainbow in like that same spot where he used to sit.
Okay. Sounds really so cute.
Sad.
But it sounds cute, but it's like a pet ghost.
Girl, she didn't say he was a ghost. She said,
I know, but the pet's not going to give you a sign. The pet is dead. He's not little Chihuahua, little Michi ain't coming back to give you a little rainbow.
Diana.
No, he's just not. He's not.
Nikki's never giving you a sign?
Nikki does not know. Nikki's dead. She's gone. Nikki is gone. The only thing that still lives on is a painting that I gifted my mom that she still has hung in her room because she can't get over her. She's gone. She's not leaving me no sign.
R.I.P. Nikki.
I'm so sorry to break your heart. You're a dead pet. I love animals. I love animals. If you know me, you know how much I love animals. But if you had a pet pass away, they're not coming back to give you signs.
Okay.
They just are not. I'm so sorry. They're not.
Okay. I just want to say that I saw that
Sounds
and
nice,
I felt for her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you love so much, you're trying to look for the
Chihuahua was in the first slide and he was no longer in the second slide. That hurt me is all I'm saying. I am not promoting signs from animals.
Because I do see that a lot though. I have seen that a lot.
Yeah, no, people do feel that way.
Yeah.
People do. The same, I mean, do you believe it for people?
No.
That people that have passed will give a sign?
Nope.
No? Yeah, well,
no.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people believe that for their pets and for people.
This can go down another conversation that'll take us a long time to talk about. I think as humans, we desire signs, but if we go by what the Bible says, I think it would make no sense that if the Bible promises us to be with the Lord and it promises us to not have any more suffering, we're basically enjoying being in the presence of God.
Yeah.
There isn't a part of us that would be here like leaving little signs for someone.
Yeah.
This is the part where I feel like, do I believe sometimes people experience certain things? I do. Mm-hmm. Do I believe is
like unexplainable?
Do I believe is their loved one? No.
Yeah.
Do I believe that many times things that could seem as good things, not bad things, evil things, can happen because it'll drag you down another road to believe these things? 100%. Because I've seen that play out in my life, not with like people that have passed away, but in different ways. It's like, once you think that's my grandma, that's my mom, that's this, it creates something in you to want to know more.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is something. It's just not what you think it is. It's a very blurred line. Yes. Yeah. So it's a nice thought and idea that I think comforts us on this side. But I think what should comfort us is the fact that my family member is in heaven. Like they don't even care to know about me because they are enjoying life with Jesus.
And I think it's a very innocent thing that happens. Mm-hmm. Like you can be a Christian and interpret a sign, and it is grief with nowhere to go, and grief feels so final. For a moment, you do lose hope.
Yeah.
Even as Christians, you do lose hope. I've heard Christians say, like, I know they're with Jesus, but, you know, I know they're in heaven and they're not in pain anymore. But so that concept alone is not even providing comfort or hope. So something as simple as like there was a feather on your front door that fell. Well, that feels like hope. It's tangible. It's something in front of me. Because when they were little, they had this feather hat and they loved feathers and they collected feathers. So this feather fell here, and it has to be my loved one. Where 100% what you're saying is so true, that we have to be careful where we put our hope. Yeah. It happens very innocently. Yeah. But the fact that our loved one is with Jesus is the only hope. Yeah. Full stop.
Yeah. 100%. And there is a human side of us that desires that, because it's us trying to rationalize something. 100%. I saw this video of a lady that said, I wake up every day at 6 a.m. to see my best friend visit me. And it's because every day at 6 a.m, this bird comes to,
I think I saw that video.
Her, I don't know, her window.
It was like the sliding door or something.
Yeah. And I forgot if it was that her friend before she passed, I don't know if she liked birds or whatever, and she made that connection.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're looking for that, and if we look for that, we're probably going to find something that is going to make us feel better. But I think, yeah, as believers, we need to just be careful with.
Yeah. And there's no condemnation if like you've had this moment and you've seen this thing. I think it's just a reminder that in our grief, in sheer innocence for desiring that person so much, we lose sight of God and we lose sight of who our real hope is. And so I ask God for forgiveness for the things that I do accidentally all the time. You know, we don't know how we offend the Lord. So truly, like when I ask the Lord to forgive my sins in prayer, I specifically ask the Lord to forgive me if I've offended him. So I think that's just one of the things that we should definitely be careful with. We don't want to offend the Lord.
But I love that. There's no shame if you have felt like that. Sometimes in our pain, we try to find answers. And that's a very human thing to do. So, well, that went another way.
But that's why I get a disclaimer in the beginning, because you know us. You know us. We be talking about all sorts of things.
What else? I lost
I
know
what I want to say, but I'm treading lightly because I know what's also been on my TikTok.
Oh God.
The Diddy case has been like full blown on my TikTok. And have I been keeping up to date with what has been happening at court? I think today was day 8. Yes, I have. And it is
very controversial.
Absurd.
People would have different thoughts on this. I think
what I would like to say is, aside from put him at the bottom of the jail, lock him up, throw away the key on the bottom, put the jail on top. Aside from that, though, there has been like this reckoning in Hollywood that has been unfathomable. Like I came across a clip from like 20 years ago of like the Oscars or something, and there was just such a different feeling in the air. Like Hollywood felt so revered, so respected. You know, you looked at these celebrities, and I mean, I can only speak for myself. I held them to such a high standard, and you know, Hollywood, whatever. And everything that has happened in the last couple of years with people in certain positions of power, people with certain titles that have slowly unraveled. I am blown away, but I'm thanking God that I'm alive to witness it, because Hollywood is such an evil, demonic place. The way that these celebrities will find anything to include spirituality that is so far removed from God, whoever they want the God to be, because God could be whatever. It's a rock, it's a tree, it's you name it. I am so pleased with what's happening in Hollywood, with the unraveling that's occurring. I just thank God that, like, I feel like people's eyes are opening to this.
I agree. I think there are so many levels to this that we can, again, go down another rabbit hole. That people in the past would call, people calling these things out, maybe crazy, or you're a conspiracy theorist. Correct. And you know, I am 100%. I am one. Call me crazy, but as of lately, it's like we were right all along.
Yeah.
You know, and I do believe that, yes, the Diddy case and all these things that are happening is one level. I feel like there is such deeper, more horrible levels to this.
This is the tip of the iceberg.
It 100% is. And so while this is great, it is also scary that you hear some of these things and your mind can't even wrap itself around the depravity of people. So to think that there is worse, it's almost like it's crazy. It's hard to believe.
And with this case in particular, like, they were such public figures. And I mean, let's not even talk about like to what level this man had power and fame and all the things and respect from people. I feel like this one is even harder, and I think hurts people more, because when you think of sex trafficking, because that's what we're talking about right now. That's what court is talking about right now.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question about that now.
Okay. They're talking about sex trafficking and just sexual abuse in the worst way and coercion and blackmail. When people think about those things, they think about like backdoor sex trafficking and sexual abuse. And this is happening in an alleyway in a country somewhere far, far away. And these are things you just see on TV and whatever. Not the hip hop artist I grew up with and Cassie, the singer that I listened to in high school. And so for a long time, people were saying that Cassie was lying. So it's like, no, sex trafficking, sexual abuse. This is not somewhere far off. This is not somebody who looks creepy and whatever. It's happening right in front of our eyes.
It's the person you admire and you watch on TV and you think they're great and you don't know what they're doing. Yep. I haven't followed up. I think the last thing I heard was probably day 2 or 3 of Cassie's testimony or story thing that she had to share. I haven't heard anything else since, which that alone was like horrible. I'm curious to see, because I see the attorneys kind of laying down this foundation of all these things that, while terrible, seem like they have nothing to do with the actual charge. I will say, and correct me if I'm wrong again, because I haven't seen the whole thing. So if he is being charged with human trafficking, up until this point, what I've seen the people testify isn't human trafficking. It's domestic abuse. It could be, sexual abuse. It could be all these different things, not necessarily human trafficking. So I'm curious to see how they're going to bring this back to really get him from what he's being charged for, because he really wasn't trafficking people.
So not people. I think they're using the terminology sex trafficking with her in particular. The sex acts that she was forced to do happened across multiple states.
Got it.
Which they have evidence of. And the sexual acts that she was forced to do, which they obviously have proof of, was with sex workers.
Okay.
So I think sex trafficking comes into play because of the multi-state sex acts that were occurring. And again, coercion. She was being coerced to do these things against her will with other sex workers.
Right. Okay.
So I think that's
I
where...
I guess I'll have to see how that... Yeah, if that's... for sure.
So like I think today they showed photos of all the sex workers, all the male sex workers, none were female, all the male sex workers that she was forced to have sex with.
This world is a sick place.
Yeah.
It's insane. So I think now we're going to have this guy testify that he tried to blow up his car.
Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I am so ready for that.
Which, for sure. And then they haven't even gotten to this, and they probably won't. Was it his ex-wife or his ex whatever that died of pneumonia? I'm not trying to go to jail here. Don't come for me.
Allegedly
died from pneumonia. Allegedly he murdered.
I don't know if that will ever be fully investigated. Yeah. I don't know.
But we see it and we're talking about it.
And my God that I served. Been seen it.
Yeah, just a lot of weird coincidences.
A lot of people,
because I don't think it was the first person around him that passed away.
A lot of people caught pneumonia.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
People around me haven't caught pneumonia. People around you haven't caught pneumonia. We healthy out here.
I had pneumonia not long ago, but I didn't die.
We're taking our ashwagandha. We out here healthy. You know what I'm saying? But people around Diddy get pneumonia. I don't know what that is. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Allegedly. So we will see.
Allegedly. Yeah, it's crazy. And again, what is crazier is that you hear absolutely horrible, disgusting things.
Yeah.
And then you realize this is like nothing compared to the depravity of like what other people do, like the horrible things that happen. And it is scary to think about the world just being that, and the people that fall trapped to these things. And yeah, I don't want to make this darker and sadder. I don't want to go down another rabbit hole of horrible things, but yeah, it's sad. It's yeah.
I just look at her, and she just had a baby boy, and she's a mother now, and she's a wife now, and
which is really sad to see her having to say all of this while pregnant.
100%.
And like relive some of these things while you're carrying your child. That is pretty traumatic, I think.
I think that's completely traumatic. And that was going to be my point. Like the strength she exhibited on the stand, and being so straightforward. Every question, there was no hemming or hawing. She said it straight as it is. And to put your whole life on blast.
Yeah.
But she knows that there was a greater purpose for it. I mean,
yeah,
she has all my respect.
And then you have some people that dare to throw shots at her and say like, oh, then she could, you know, she was part of it and she consented and she whatever. I feel like sometimes we're so far away from reality that we don't realize how brainwashing people can be and how manipulation really works.
I just don't understand how we're in 2025 and there's still huge misconceptions around domestic violence, sexual abuse. Like, are we still having these conversations? I thought we've had it. I thought we are in such a progressive day and age. We still don't understand how this works.
Yeah.
You know, that his attorneys would try to make a point that, you know, she was absolutely interested in this and this was not against her will and whatever. And I'm like, obviously they have a job to do, so I understand that. But there are parts of the world that echo the same sentiment. And I'm just like, people, we need to do better. We need to educate ourselves. We need to listen to women who have truly been in her shoes and have experienced domestic violence firsthand. You know, I thank God for people like Shonda at our church, whose purpose and mission it is to shed light on these kinds of things, because apparently there are still people who don't get it and who don't know and don't know the signs and don't know what to look out for and what's manipulation and what's coercion. Like, you know, I thank God for people like her who's making it their mission, because clearly we still have to do so much better.
Yeah. Now that you were mentioning the attorneys, I've always wondered with cases like this, you say, they have a job to do. I'm interested to hear, because I'm not saying that they're bad people. I'm not trying to judge people, but when you are you're the defense attorney, to some of these cases, how do you do it? Do you truly believe, and I'm really asking this like wholeheartedly, like genuinely, do you really believe that you are defending a right cause?
No. I think they have a job to do. I think that because
but you're choosing to take this case. You're not like a public defendant that you have to take any case that the, you know, county, the whatever gives you. You're choosing as a law firm to take on these cases.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit different. I can see, you know, the people that work for the state or whatever, they have to take on these cases. That's their job.
Yeah.
Okay. But some of these people, you're saying yes.
But do you know how much they're getting paid?
I know, but...
And I think to a degree, you know how they say like, even bad press is good press? Like, to be affiliated with such a high profile case that he would come looking for you. I mean, I don't know who's necessarily going to be knocking on his door, but maybe that's how they view it.
The same type of people.
Yeah.
Which is sad. I just had that thought. Yeah. That you are willing to defend that.
Some people
willingly.
Sold their soul for $1 a long time ago.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for a real long time. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think they're losing sleep.
100%. If you are willing to do this, you're not.
No.
You're past that. It doesn't faze you. You probably have lost touch with reality, and you probably think, I'm getting paid and you're an adult and you guys figure out what you did and has nothing to do with me.
100%.
Yeah. which is sad.
This world is sad.
Yeah. Well,
how are we going to transition from here? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. But
it was so lighthearted at the beginning. That's what my
algorithm has looked like.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to read a little bit on it because I kind of just not paid attention to it.
Well, I guess maybe like on the subject of dating, which it's not going to go where you think it's going to go. Like, what is going to be a fundamental rule, or maybe not rule, but just like, what's one thing that you want Arya to know when she starts dating, when she meets a boy, that she likes a boy? What's just one big lesson that you want her to keep with her?
That's, I think, tough to pick one thing. I would say, even talking about this, I think a huge red flag or something that I would really put emphasis on is that someone that loves you won't pressure you to do something you don't want to do, or won't pressure you to sell out to a belief you have. If someone tries to do that, that person doesn't care for you.
Yeah.
I think that could be probably the beginning of a lot of things that, you know, either someone that doesn't respect your faith, someone that tries to manipulate your beliefs, someone that tries to push you to do something you don't want to do. I think that's a big point. I feel like it will probably be different things in different seasons of life.
Yes, I agree.
So it's hard to say just one. I think thinking about like teenage years, I think that's one of them. I would say, talking about this whole case and whatnot, and even hearing Cassie, not to say that people that have healthy homes or whatever are exempt from this happening to them, but I do see the pattern sometimes in women that are
with broken homes.
Yeah. Or you're just trying to find someone to love you, someone to give you value, validate you. And so I think that is important as parents to make sure that we, and again, it could happen either way.
100%.
That doesn't, it's not 100%, but especially in the world we live in today, where there's so much that we see, there's so many different things calling our attention, having pressures, having to be like this, having to have that. I think that's a thing to look out for our 100%. Kids. What would you say for you?
Same thing. There's a lot. For some reason, the first thing that comes to mind is purity. So like, obviously growing up a Christian, there was a lot of talk about purity, and there was a lot of talk about waiting until marriage. And I felt a lot of pressure. And I just don't, I think my mom did the absolute best she could. She would give me books, like Christian books about purity, and she was very open. She wasn't like shy around the subject. So I think my mom did absolutely as best as she could. So this is like no criticism to her. I just think that I think my generation was still being told that sex was bad. And so it was just like, wait until marriage, because sex and all things sex related are bad. So I think I just want my daughter to understand that sex is actually so incredible, and it's so special, and there's so much good in it. God made it. So it's a beautiful thing, actually. And because it's so beautiful, your husband is going to be the only one who gets to experience that. So what a gift. What a gift it will be that you too, because I expect my son-in-law to be pure too. People out there, hello, talk to your sons about purity. It's not just the daughters. You better talk to your sons about purity, okay? I hate the narrative that this is a conversation for girls.
Just for girls.
Who told you that your little raggedy sons are not supposed to be pure too? Yeah, I said what I said. because my daughter's going to date a man of God. I'm speaking it in existence. But no, it's just, I want to have a different conversation around sex. So for my daughter and my son, they will both be getting the same purity talk. And there's just going to be a bigger emphasis on that. It's actually a beautiful thing. And because it's so beautiful, this is why we're holding out. And this is why it's going to be an incredible experience for you and your husband on your wedding day. You're both experiencing that for the first time together. And it's just going to be, I would like to set the tone that there's actually so much more to look forward to. So we are hoping in the future. We are not, it's not this scary thing. It's not, I think parents, in, again, the best intentions, we are emphasizing the sin, but we are just not emphasizing that it is a gift.
Yeah, I love that.
So we're just gonna, that gift is gonna hold out, and I'm gonna help you along the way. And if you have questions, Mom ain't shy about the subject. I'm gonna be here for you too. And so I think that's what I want to.
I love that. That is definitely needed in today's world.
And I just told some people they got raggedy.
I know. I was like, whose kid are you calling that?
The raggedy ones are the ones that ain't loving Jesus and trying to look for my daughter, because I want my girl to be with a man of God. That's it. That's all I meant by that. That's it.
Wow. I feel like we really went down a deeper subject than we initially intended, but I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Has it been like 45 minutes? Something like that. Time flies when you're having fun.
The last time I was here, I had fingers full of cheese.
I couldn't finish my food. I couldn't finish my chicharrones. We have to do that again. Okay. What else before how are we closing this? I don't even know. Prayer. Do we have another topic? Is there anything else that we feel like we have left out? We had another conversation before we started, but I feel like we're not going to have time to talk about this. And it's also very deep.
It is also very deep. I mean, we can.
Okay, so I keep saying TikTok, and I feel like people are going to get the idea that I live on social media, and I don't.
Right.
This happens like at 10:30 at night for like 20 minutes because I'm trying to go to sleep because I have to wake up really early and get Aria ready. So it's like my 20 minutes of like guilty pleasure, right? So it's I'm actually not on social media as much. I try not to, because you really do get sucked into it, and just
Well, that's why I got a Kindle, because I was trying to like break off of social media, and I did for a while.
And you're back.
I'm back, guys. Pray for you, girl. I'm struggling.
He'll be praying for you.
I don't want nothing to do with it. That's the worst part. I don't want anything to do with it. I actually feel that in my heart. Like, I want to be rid of you. And I say that as I scroll you.
So what happens if you delete the app?
I did it. I was off social for a little bit. We did a fast at the start of the year, and I was off social media. I was off TikTok for like 3 months, and I was off Instagram for like a month.
Or can't you, I think there's a way to limit the time you're on it.
I know, but I'm real with myself, okay?
You go change it.
I think if I put the limit, I would just put my code and take the limit out. Listen, you know how you're going to get far in life? Be real with yourself. Don't be in denial.
Okay.
That's why I've never set the limit.
But try it though. Try it, and at least you are aware that you're trying it. And maybe before you go, change the limit. I feel like
I'm going to be embarrassed. Like, the limit is going to come on. I'll be like, bye, limit.
Then remember this conversation. Remember, you are pursuing self-control. Remember this moment. You might do it once, but maybe tomorrow, the next day, you won't do it. But at least you're doing something actively, like
trying to work towards
it. At least that's a step in the right direction, and then we will follow up. Okay. I know you are very up to date with everything that's happening, and sometimes you post things, and I'm like, How does Brooke know all of this? I don't even know what's happening.
You know why? Because pop culture was very much at the forefront in my family as a whole. Like, we used to sit together and like watch major award shows together. Like, it was a big deal. Like, get food, like all of us, all the cousins on the floor, like aunts and uncles on the couch. Like, so pop culture was very much a part of our life growing up. And so it just hasn't left me. Like, I am still all up in the tea.
We are starting with setting limits, time limits.
I love it.
Time limits. Or maybe
I've proven I can do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just need to do it again.
Yeah. And you can.
Because I want to read more.
I find that for me, removing something completely doesn't work. Because when you go back to it or whatever, you feel so bad. So I think I have to learn moderation.
Yeah.
And self-control and many different things. I am a person of extremes. I find it very difficult to find like a middle ground. So if I'm doing a diet, I'm either like, I can't even go out because I cannot.
Yeah.
Or I'm eating everything in sight.
Yeah.
There's like no in between.
Yeah.
That's my life. And I am that way with almost everything in my life. And I know that. So I'm working on being gracious with myself.
Yeah.
And working on that middle ground. Hey, you do get to have this, but until here. You know, this is the limit. And I might not do it and not get it right. But I'm trying to avoid that feeling of guilt of like I completely failed. And so I'd rather not do this anymore. Because that's what I do. Yeah. I don't even pick it back up. I'm not doing this anymore because I didn't do it right.
You know, early like in my walk, that's how I felt about fasting. Like, if I told myself that I was going to fast for a week, but I ended up only fasting for 4 days, like the guilt almost makes you never want to do it again. So yeah, that's valid. I totally understand that.
Pray for me too. Because it's life. We all have things. And
stupid guilt.
Yeah. I forgot where I was going with this. I don't remember.
Okay.
Whatever it was, we'll deal with it in the next episode.
Okay, I know how we can close it.
Yes.
What has been a highlight of your week so far? Like, there's a thing that people say, like the rose and the thorn. Yeah. So I don't want to make you do the thorn. We already got in the trenches. So what has been the highlight?
Highlight of the week. I'm trying to think about what this week. Honestly, I don't even know what happened Monday. I don't even know what day it is right now.
Or is there anything like you're aiming to do for yourself? Is there a goal you're working toward?
If I can be honest, right now, there are great things, but I think I'm just taking things a week at a time.
Yeah.
So I'm just surviving this week, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
This week has been very hectic, and last week too. I think last week we had something probably every single night.
Wow.
So I'm a little bit like, where am I? So I feel like I'm getting things done, but that's just what I'm doing this week, and I'm okay with that. So a highlight, I would say it was Aria's last day. Well, it's tomorrow, but she's not going to school tomorrow. They leave like at 11:15, and I'm like, I'm not taking her to school. So it was her last day of school.
Aww.
And I think that was a highlight. I think I am extremely grateful for her teachers, for her school. And I think that as a parent, you pray for that. You pray for good people around your child, and you pray that your child feels good and loves it. And I'm just grateful that she loves school and she loves her teachers. She sees her teachers and she absolutely loves them. We're going on vacation and she wants to take her teacher with her. She already told me we're taking the teacher. I'm like, yes, we're taking her. So today I took some gifts to the teachers, and I feel like I will give them the world. Because I really am grateful for good people and for people that care. So yeah, I feel like it's one chapter. It was her first year of school. K2.
She did so good.
And she did so good. And I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful for good people. And for, you know.
I'm just thinking of her in her recital, whatever it was. She
was
wiping
crying.
away
She
those
was
tears.
She's funny. So I would say, yeah, that's a highlight.
I love it.
I would say. What about you?
Highlight is without putting other people's business out there too much. We were waiting on a report back from someone special in my life, and that report came back positive. All glory to God. So
a health report,
that is beyond a highlight. It's a highlight of my life. So
yes,
we thank God for his faithfulness.
Yes. Amen.
Amen.
We do. Okay. Well, we will take notes for next time, whatever we missed out on this one.
Correct.
We will have new topics, new updates.
Who knows what will happen with court by then, but we'll give you an update.
We will keep you updated on all the happenings, findings.
You and I on like some kind of court situation. Could you imagine us like with a channel, like a crime channel? That would be insane. Our opinions on like a case.
I just feel like our opinions would get us in trouble. Yeah.
We just add a disclaimer. Just added a disclaimer at the start of the video. If you are not interested in opinionated Hispanics, do not click.
That and the fact that we actually did not talk about the Blake Lively and whatever his name is.
Why would you mention that now? We're trying to wrap this up.
Wait. Hold on. This is a controversial for some people. Because
I wish
of
I had
person
food right now.
Which,
how
putting your feelings aside,
right now,
we have watched Candace Owens,
correct,
becoming Brigitte. What I call it, not episodes, seasons. What is it?
We're filming a second episode right now.
Which again goes back to conspiracy theories. I'm not trying to get sued, but I will say allegedly, the wife of Emmanuel Macron, whatever his name is. It's a man. I can't believe I'm even saying this.
I can't believe you say this.
Allegedly. I feel like I don't want to say anymore. If you watch,
going so well.
Allegedly, if you watch the episodes, I'm interested. If you have some time to spare, very informative, very enlightening. If you have seen it, tell me about it. I want to know what you think. I'm not gonna say more. And then, so that was one thing.
You were talking about Blake Lively.
I'm not even trying to say what I think, because I'm not trying to get a letter from the president as Candace did.
If you guys want a part 2 of this episode, I'm gonna need you in these comments.
But interesting to say the least. And then Blake Lively, also Candace Owens investigation.
Oh, it is.
I did not watch it. You did.
I sure did.
I've kind of peeked a little bit.
Why? Because it's been better than TV. It's been better than Netflix.
I will say it is.
I have never. I mean, it's just too good.
I think
I'm supposed to look away.
Did they not subpoena Taylor Swift?
They sure did.
And when is this happening?
They sure did. Well, there's been a little what is it? A wrench in the situations. Yeah. According to today's episode that I saw before I pulled up to this studio, we may never see those text messages. Because we just may never, because there's a very high probability Blake will fold. The rebuttal is that we have proof, we have evidence that would go against you kind of deal. Mm-hmm. So that was like the rebuttal, and her showing like favor to Baldoni's team. So it would not be in Blake's interest.
So she can still, but one thing is now you want to pull out of this. Can you? Because you're too deep.
I pray that she can't. All that she has, all the damage she's done, I hope
which we also have to talk about. We're making notes here. We have to remember, because we believe people we believe victims, but not everyone's a victim. And just because you're a woman doesn't mean you are telling the truth, because many women have gotten men in trouble because we're supposed to believe all women, and women lie. Men lie, but women lie. So next episode. My gosh, we were closing. And then Harvey Weinstein? That's the next one.
Standing ovation for Diana Sagot, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you end an episode.
Yeah. Anyways, let me know. You don't even have to leave it in the comments. If you know me, come up to me at church on Sunday. Let me know what you think. Hey, thank you for tuning in. We go from very deep conversations, not just here, but we're talking about,
just know when you see
boundaries,
my face,
gratitude, deep, just prayerful, godly conversations. This is also a godly conversation because the Lord is involved in all things we do. But this is fun. It's fun talking about things you talk about with your girlfriends around the dinner table and just catching up. So we hope that you felt part of this conversation and that we made you laugh a little bit and also maybe gave you some things to think about in your life. So thank you.
Thank you.
Amanda Brooke Montes.
Did you forget my last name for a second?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I just glitched. Listen, you might not know this, but it's like 8:30 p.m. and it's been a long day. So this is why you get all this mess at the end of this episode. But we love you. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on another episode, and we will definitely be making notes to follow up on all of these topics.
Correct.
And love you. See you next time.